When he was 8 years old, he noticed the old clock in his grandfather's house before he noticed anything else in the room. It stood against the wall like a patient giant, and behind its glass door, a brass pendulum swung back and forth with perfect calm. Left, right, left, right. The house was noisy with conversation, dishes, and footsteps, but the pendulum moved as if it belonged to another world, obedient to a hidden law no one else seemed to care about. He sat in front of it for what felt like hours. At first, he thought it was simple motion, nothing more than a metal weight tracing the same path again and again. But the longer he watched, the stranger it became. Why did it never seem to hesitate? Why did it return so faithfully? What invisible force kept it in rhythm? To everyone else, it was just part of a clock. To him, it felt like a question. That night, he tied a small stone to a piece of string and hung it from the edge of his desk. He pushed it gently and watched it swing. Again and again, he tested it. Shorter string, longer string, heavier stone, lighter stone. He did not yet know the language of physics, but he understood wonder. Something in the movement told him that the universe was not random. It had patterns, it had rules, and if a swinging stone could obey them so beautifully, then perhaps the stars did too. Years passed, but he never lost the habit of watching motion closely. In school, while other children memorized facts, he kept asking what made things move, what held them in place, what pulled them back. His questions grew larger with him. The pendulum became planets. The swing of a stone became the orbit of moons. The invisible force he once imagined in his grandfather's clock became gravity, time, and celestial mechanics. By the time he entered university, he was no longer studying movement in small rooms, but movement across the sky. He learned to read the paths of comets, the balance of rotating worlds, the quiet mathematics behind distant systems of stars. Yet in his mind, the universe never lost its first shape. It was still that pendulum moving in silence, still that mystery repeating itself with elegant precision. In the years that followed, he became a space scientist known for asking bold questions about life beyond Earth. While others studied planets as distant objects, he studied them as living possibilities. He believed that motion was never just motion. An orbit was not merely a curve in space, it was a clue. A rhythm could reveal structure. A pattern could reveal history. And somewhere beyond the reach of the eye, perhaps even life itself. Whenever people asked him where his fascination with the cosmos began, he did not speak first of telescopes, laboratories, or spacecraft. He spoke of a clock, an old house, and a child sitting very still in front of a swinging pendulum, realizing for the first time that the universe moves with a logic of its own, and that understanding that motion might be the first step toward understanding everything else.